Welcome to my happy place. My name is Rachel Stroud. I'm with Buffalo and Sparrow Yoga Collective. Today we're going to do a short, gentle flow with a focus on softening and showing up. So we are going to start by lying on our backs, and I would say a blanket or like a throw pillow would be helpful for practice. Especially with this starting shape, we're going to open up into your heart chakra. So um, I'm going to take the way in which my yoga blanket is folded, I'm going to just unfold it one time and then take a roll lengthwise like this. So this is what my blanket will look like. And some of you have bolsters that you can use in replace of this, or you can use a towel, like a beach towel would be great as well. So this is going to go perpendicular to your mat, and then you'll lie down with your shoulder blades on the blanket, but the tips of your shoulders are going to be off of the blanket so that there's this like gentle rolling back that's happening in your shoulders, and then let your head release down. So for a little more opening, you can take your arms out to a cactus or even a T if you'd like. I'm going to take knees together with feet out wide, but you can also have long legs if you'd like. So we'll take a moment just to breathe into center here, and any breath pattern that you choose to take, of course, is perfectly fine. Well, I'm going to walk you through 6 rounds of, I don't know if it actually has a name, but I call it flowering breath. So it is, um, I'll say it first and then do it, but it's a breath into your low belly, to your ribs, to your heart, and then at the top of the breath, so it's a 4-part breath, at the top of the breath, you pump your heart up as if like your flower in your heart chakra is opening up, and there's a little bit of this like tiny back bend happening in your upper back. Then as you exhale, you let that pump of your heart soften down and your ribs pull together and your belly pull in, so on and so forth. So let's bring our breath together. Exhale out completely. Inhale 1 to low belly, 2 to ribs as they expand, 3 to heart space, and 4, pump open your heart. Exhale, release in that 4-part breath all the way down to your belly. Inhale, low belly, ribs, heart, flower, arch your back. Settle down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, low belly, ribs, heart, flower open. Exhale, close the flower as your heart sinks. Ribs pull in, belly pulls in. Good. Inhale, low belly, ribs, heart, pump up. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more rounds. Inhale, low belly, ribs, heart, extend. Exhale, lower. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arch. Exhale, release. 3, 2, 1. We'll take about 3 rinsing breaths here. As you do, you might notice how you've arrived on your mat, what energy you brought with you, what you feel in your body needs a little more freedom or release or length or movement, and let your practice be focused on those intentions in your body. What is it you need in your mental space, in your heart, and be open and receptive to that as you let everything else of your day fall away to the outside edges of this practice, so that you're here completely for the next brief amount of time as we practice together. And if your legs are not extended, go ahead and extend them out long. Reach your arms all the way overhead. Intertwine your fingers and flip your palms to face the ceiling. Get long and tall stretch. Get that side body length. Oh, and let it yawn. Oh, because I want to, so I'll keep you through it. And exhale, draw your knees in towards your heart space as you hug in. Roll over to one side and press yourself all the way up to a seat. We can now remove your blanket, set it to the side. You might take it to its regular fold in case you need or want to use it as padding for your knees moving forward in our practice. Take the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. This is butterfly shape. And gently start to bring your lengthened spine forward as you hinge from your hips, and then all the way back to center. And then one more time, just like this, forward, pulling yourself back. And now use your hands to the ground as you walk forward. Hold here for a few moments. And see if you can't release your low back and your glutes towards the ground. Walk your hands over to the right. Swing your left arm up overhead and maybe start to arch a little bit through your spine. We're going to come all the way through center. Windmilling or windmilling or rainbowing all the way over to the other side and then through center. So we're going to continue that direction one more time, all the way over to the right. Left arm swims open. Come through center. Right arm sweeps around. All the way back to center. Then we switch. Hands walk over to your left. Right arm is going to swim all the way up and around. Left arm follows. And all the way through center. One more time this direction. Yeah, good. All the way back to center. Walk your hands back so you can sit up a little taller. Press your heels further away so we're in a wide Baddha Konasana, a wide butterfly shape. Notice the difference that you feel as you start to hinge forward with your legs in this position. Instead, for me, I feel a little more in my hamstrings, words, and my outer hips. Just notice what it is for you. That might be indicative of maybe some ways in which you habitually move throughout the day or hold tension at night. And if there is freedom for your elbows to come and kind of press a little bit down, do that. If not, also fine. You can even use your hands to help press, oscillating, pressing back and forth. To feel more, you can now start to sway from side to side. And notice how this shifts sensation, so I feel it in my low back here. It might be different for you. And thank you for showing up for your practice today. Those of you who practice yoga often know that there's so much more happening in the wholeness of your body besides the alignment of your physical body. There's lots of alignment happening in your subtle body, in your spirit, and in your mind. And so allow yourself for a moment to just believe that your yoga practice is working for you, because it is. And you've shown up, which is, I feel like they say this in like business classes, like 80% of success is showing up. So like you're 80%. You're 80% there. Come all the way up, close your knees, let your legs press out into length. You for sure don't have to have straight legs, but we're reaching forward with your legs. Flex through your feet as you curl your toes in towards your shins. Lovely, kitty litter on my feet. Kind of grosses me out. Reach your arms all the way up overhead. Breathe in. Get up out of your low back. So try to eliminate that kind of dumping into your low back. Reach high. Exhale, cactus out through your arms. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up once more. Exhale, fold forward any amount, just until you feel that stretch in the back of your legs. And when you've had that enough sensation there, let your hands come down to support you. And you can stay static here. You can take some pulsing movements up and down. You can move some undulations in your spine, like cat-cow motions if you want, opening up through your heart and rounding through your spine. I hope you know, like especially, well, not especially in home practice. I would wager to say, especially in a public class in person, that you get to do whatever you want, right? And in body, mind, and practice, you get to do what honors you most. So that means you can move towards sensation, away from sensation. You can shift a pose. You can skip it all together. You're in charge of your body. Your teachers are there as a guide, but like they're not living in your body. They don't know what's going on. So you listen in. Take your left ankle to your right knee, figure 4. Left hand now can gently press on your knee, and we hinge at your hips once more. Notice where you feel the stretch. Right hamstring, left outer hip. What is it for you? And then as you come up, we're going to take a twist to the left. So right hand comes to your knee, left arm swims all the way up, back and around, supports behind your hip, and then you press into your knee to twist, but keep your ankle still pressing into your right thigh so you don't move your lower body. It's just your upper body here that's doing the twist. Hug into your ribs. And then maybe you start to move your head in some motions. You might make some big circles or figure eights in your neck. Draw your head back. Yeah, and then to unwind, we're actually going to fold forward and walk our hands towards our extended leg. Take 2 breaths here. You might soften your gaze, your jaw, your tongue. Walk your hands back behind you. Lean back. Release your left leg. Pat out your legs. And now switch. Right ankle to left knee. Sit tall. Maybe you press down with your right knee on this side. Hinge at your hips and notice what you feel. A little bit of a folding forward motion. So I think many of us during COVID struggled with some stuff mentally. We're well out of COVID now, but for purposes of like softening, I'll bring up this story. I had situational depression during COVID and could not figure out why I was feeling this way, other than my therapist telling me it's COVID. Your structures have been stripped away from you, right? We'll slowly start to come all the way up. Take now your left hand to your right knee, and right arm's going to swim all the way up and back behind you, but keep that connection of right ankle to left thigh. Churn into your twist, and then make some movements in your head, same or different than the other side. And I spent 2 days by myself out in nature asking myself, why am I depressed? Eventually, my psyche decided to show up and give me some answers, or my highest self, the divine within me, whatever you want to call it, finally showed up. As you unwind, you're going to walk yourself forward into your fold. And my higher self said, you're not showing up. This is why you're depressed. You've worked so hard to build this life that you want, and you've hardened yourself around it to protect it, but you're not actually living it. And there is this like incongruency that's happening because you've worked so hard to be here, but instead of being here, you're trying to protect it. And so you've hardened yourself, and that's why you're depressed. Come all the way up, uncross your ankle, and pat out your legs. Cross your ankles, roll over your knees. Let's find tabletop shape here, and we'll go through some cat-cow motions just to get through your spine. So that's dropping your belly, lifting your chin, roll your shoulders back, and notice your throat opening. That's your throat chakra. We've got lots of chakras being activated here. Then as you exhale, round your spine, chin towards your chest, press the floor away, and maybe even start to widen your shoulder blades so you feel that space between your shoulder blades. Do a couple more rounds like that. So your invitation here in this practice is to not only show up for yourself and for your practice, but once you walk off of your mat, notice what you're not showing up for. Come all the way back to center. Take your left leg out to the side so you've got the inside edge of your foot to the ground. Keep your right hand planted and lift your left hand high. So like just opening up through a twist here. Embrace the back of your head with your left palm and draw your left elbow back. Oh, that feels good for me. And then as you come all the way back, we're going to hover thread left hand through the right. Negative space there. And then you might start to pulse. So right elbow can bend, pulsing right elbow up and down. And then lengthen into that arm and now pulse the bottom arm. So you're twisting in your spine. 3, 2, 1. Take your palm, return it, sit your hips back. Hands can stay as they are, or some of you might want to draw more length, reaching them forward and lower your heart down in a one-legged kind of toes tucked child's pose. I have a wonderful community here in my neighborhood, and the only reason I do is because people show up. They show up. We gather together once a week, come all the way up. Walk your hand over to the side. So we're in a kneeling side plank. Left arm comes all the way up. Take some big arm circles here. And a lot of times I host at my house, and people will say like, oh, Rachel, you brought us all together. And I'm like, no, like I invited you here and you showed up. Like this community wouldn't be here if people didn't show up. But again and again, you come. Again and again, you come. And that's how community is built. That is how relationships are built. That is how living fully alive happens, is because you show up for the life that you're in. Come all the way back to center. Return to your tabletop shape. Another round of cat-cow, or maybe you do something else. You might want to do some C stretches, getting into your side bodies, or some barrel rolls, big circles in your spine. You choose what works for you. Good. And then now we'll come to that neutral spine and take your right foot out to the side, inside edge of your foot to the earth. Good. Keep your left hand planted. Reach your right hand up. Big open twist. Embrace the nape of your neck with your right palm. Draw your right elbow back. Maybe lean the weight of your head into your hand. Release your hand all the way back up. Breathe in. Exhale, thread under the negative space. Hover thread. And now your left elbow can pulse. Getting a little strength into the left side of your arm, shoulder. 2, 1. Keep a lengthened left arm and now pulse your right arm so it's a pulsing twist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return your palm right back to center. Sit your hips back and maybe start to walk your hands forward. Take a few rounds of breath here. So the vision like I got when I was asking my psyche this was like I was this big bird with like the biggest wingspan ever. And I was watching the life that I created with hardened wings. Like I was just like a statue. Walk your hands over to the left into kneeling side plank and take some big circles in this left arm. Nice big circles in this left arm. And I was like, oh God, that bird, me, is not, one, supposed to be just watching the life that I built, but it's also not supposed to be a statue. And my psyche was like, yeah, you need to fucking fly. Fly in the world that you created. Fly down to the people in your lives. Be there. Be here now. Ram Dass, right? Be here now. Big breath in. Exhale all the way back to your tabletop shape. Tuck your toes behind you. Sit back into a kneeling position. Sweep your arms all the way up. Take a hold of either elbow. Firm into your core, side bend to the left, and take your gaze towards your right elbow. Open up through your right side body. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. Take your gaze at your left elbow or bicep. Feel that expansion or search for that sensation in your left side body. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale back to center. Reach your palms all the way up. Take your palms together and then draw your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Hug your elbows towards center. Firm into your core. Lean back into your palms. I'm sorry if my hair is blocking my mic. Elbows lift up as you lean back. So it's a firm core. You're protecting your lumbar spine here. Yeah, intertwine your fingers. Palms are acting like a pillow. Widen your elbows. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Let's take a brief plank pose. Whenever I say that, your knees can be down. It can be kneeling plank. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. Downward facing dog. Hips go back and up. Let's start with your left leg. Left leg reaches all the way up and back. Big breath in. Exhale, step it all the way through to the front of your space. And let's take some circles. It'll be counterclockwise. Yeah, I said left leg. Counterclockwise. So we're going towards your left side. And finding these places that we don't often access in our hips. Trying to free it up. We hold a lot in our hips. Yes, we do. Good, and then lower your back knee all the way down towards the earth. Kick your back foot up a couple of times. This could be a good place to place, yep, I meant to say that, a blanket under your knee. That could help provide a little more padding if you've got sensitive knees or really bony knees like I do. I happen to have a really thick mat, so I should be fine. Either keep doing this or reach your left arm all the way back for a reach or a connection of that back foot. We'll start to draw your foot in towards your glute and then work your twist. So to the left. Gaze over your left shoulder. See if your hips can't soften down and forward so we find a little more opening. Option to roll to the outside of your left foot while you're here. So that's a lot of opening on both sides of your hips. So just move forward with caution if you choose to take that iteration. And then draw your left knee back in, sole the foot to the ground. Release your right foot. Swim both of your arms all the way up overhead. Let your shoulders soften down, firm into your low belly. Widen into cactus. Inhale, scoop the energy up from the earth all the way up to the sky. Let's do that a couple more times. This scooping action, and you might have some mantra or affirmation or convocation or something, invocation, like, okay, I'm going to show up because I get this one life. In fact, this moment is the only moment that is in the here and now that I get. This one is here and now. This day is the only day that I get in this space and time. All right, hands to the earth. High plank. Bend into your elbows, chaturanga low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Oh, let's stay here for a moment. Firm the low belly. Maybe let your knees settle down towards the earth, widen into your collarbones. Firm into your finger pads. Now tuck your toes. Firm your low belly, lift your kneecaps. Hold. 3, 2, 1, downward facing dog. You're like, really, Rachel? Is this a gentle class? That upward facing dog was intense. Reach your right leg all the way up and back. Breathe in. Exhale, step it all the way through to the front. This time it's clockwise hip circles as we start to move into the places of your hips that you might not have felt this. I was going to say this morning. It is for me, but whatever it is for you. 3, 2, and 1. We'll let this back knee soften all the way down. Notice your hips. Then option to start to take those kicks in your back knee. Move the blanket if you need or want. Getting deep into your quad and psoas, hip flexor. 3, 2, on a 1, we'll hold. And reach your right arm all the way back for a reach or a connection. Pull your leg in, and now focus on your twist to the right. Option to add that extra hip opener on the right side by rolling to the outer edge of your foot, cautiously moving. Maybe your hips can soften down and forward, maybe not. Take it or leave it. You got 2 more full breaths here. Be here now. Show up. Show up, right, for the messy, the good, the bad, the here and now. Just be here. This is like, we don't even want to waste 1 second of this beautiful life that we have. Release your foot, roll to the sole of your foot again. Sweep your arms all the way up overhead. It's a firm, I'm not a smoker, I swear. Firm low belly. Cactus out your arms. It's your exhale here. And then we do some scooping actions of energy. Bring in your mantra if you want it, if you have one. If you don't, you might just say, I arrive here fully, or I'm showing up now, or be here now. God, I have so many. I have so many for you. Choose what you want. 2, 1. Good. Plant your palms all the way down to the earth. Back knee's gonna lift for a high plank. Bend into your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let your heels soften a lot. Walk your feet to the front of your space. Oh my God, is this the first forward fold of the day? First standing forward fold, I think. From here, take some pulses. So we'll lift and lower. It might be all the way into a halfway lift or just kind of teasing that halfway lift. And then the more you do this, maybe the more you can release head, neck, shoulders, breath, tension, stress, thoughts, whatever the F you need to release it out. Shake your shoulders. Mop the floor from side to side. I'm probably literally mopping the floor with my hair. That's kind of gross because there's kitty litter in lots of places in here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chair pose. Just a gentle, it can be shallow chair pose, which means we're like barely sitting, or you can find more depth if you want. Hands to your heart space. Also known as fierce pose because it's fierce, and we are fierce. So we're embodying that. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, just like a pencil. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift once more. As you exhale, let your hands meet the ground and heel toe your feet wide with your toes pointing out. Malasana squat as your root chakra comes down, the crown chakra goes up. Widen your arms. Lift through your heart. I always like to close my eyes here and just take a moment to like have a brief meditational second in this pose. So say your mantra or identify where in your life you would like to show up for more, right? Hopefully it's everywhere, even in things you don't like, even in the job that maybe you like white knuckle through. Your job is a big portion of your life. So like, where can you show up that makes it more present, more bearable, more rich? Like there are places you can show up for that can get you through even times you wish you weren't in. Speaking from experience, not about my job, of course I love my job, but other things. Okay, hands come forward as a counterbalance. You'll engage into your legs and your core, round your spine, sit back. Yes. Reach your legs all the way out in front. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Notice any more depth you might be finding from the first time we found this shape. Did we do this though. We didn't. We did figure four fold. So still notice how the back of your legs are feeling and if you've created any more length. Hold for 3, 2. On a 1, scoop your arms forward to bring you all the way up and then all the way down. Yep, feels good. Bend into your knees. Take your right knee to your left leg. We're playing with an iteration of what we did at the start of class. Figure 4, but we're going to take it into a twist. So we'll first hug it in, find that brief stretch in figure 4. You can embrace underneath either your left thigh or on top of your left shin. Hold for 3, flex through both feet. 2, talking to myself. 2, shoulders roll back. 1, now take it into your twist. So this means you roll over to your left hip. Right sole of the foot meets the ground. And you can take your right arm out to a T or cactus. So to feel more intensity in this shape, you can take your left hand to your left ankle and then pull it closer towards your left armpit or your left hip crease. Whoo, doctor. And then even more, you can take your left hand and now press that right knee away. I think I said the wrong side. Left hand to right ankle. If I didn't, then I'm just repeating myself. But left hand to right ankle as you pull it in, and to right knee as you press it out. It's the afflictions of a yoga teacher. Your lefts and rights that you learn when you're 4 years old are really hard because you mirror every day in class, but sometimes you don't online. It's just like, it's a lot, okay. This is why we do yoga. Unwind. Settle hips at center, uncross, left. I did mean to say left ankle to right knee this time. Hug in, find your stretch for a few rounds of breath, flex through your feet. Shoulders anchor back and down. Be here now. Wherever you are, be all there. That one I think is Rumi. Wherever you are, be all there. Yes, I think I have a t-shirt that says that. If I don't, I should. Find your twist now. So roll over to your right hip. That's a lot. Right hand comes to left ankle. I meant what I said. Hug it in towards your right armpit or your hip crease. And then if you're a sensation junkie, left hand presses your left knee away. This side is tighter. You can also take this left arm out and bring that twist into your neck, your cervical spine by looking over your left shoulder. And take some big nourishing breaths here. Are you holding tension anywhere? Can you soften? Those wings are not meant to be hardened, right? Soften, fly in what you've created. Show up for what you've worked so hard for. Protecting, right? That's like, that feels sort of like scarcity mindset, right? Like I've built it, so now I'm protecting it instead of living it. Nope, nope, please don't. Live it, please. One shot. Come all the way back to center. Hug your knees. Do you need something else? Take it here, please. Bridge, happy baby. You're in your body. Do what you need. Otherwise, we will find Shavasana, and you can meet us there after you've made some shapes that help you feel more complete in your practice. Legs are a little bit wider than your hips. Arms are a little bit wider than your shoulders. Palms face up as you receive your practice, body, mind, and soul. Be still as you're here fully. And I will close us out in just a couple minutes. If you need or want a longer rest, stay as you are. You can pause the video so you don't have to listen to me, or just let it roll on. But if you're ready to close out practice with me, let your breath get a little more intentional with a little more depth. Notice your breath as it fills your body. Notice your breath as it leaves your body. Wiggle into your fingers and toes as you shift your jaw. Raise and lower your eyebrows. And then circle out your wrists as you sweep your arms overhead and get long and tall as you stretch. Take a breath in and use your exhale to hug your knees in and roll over to one side. This is where I love to practice gratitude. Bring to mind one thing that you're grateful for. You might connect with what gratitude feels like in your body. This felt sense of gratitude. Is it warm? Is it comfortable? Is it joyful? Is it soft? When you've named that thing that you're grateful for, person, place, or thing, feeling something, press yourself back to a seat. Tall in your spine, let your palms come together at your heart. Exhale your breath out. Inhale, tilt your chin up to take in all the universe has for you today. All the joy, all the abundance, all the being here now, all the showing up fully. And then as you exhale, bow your chin towards your chest as you really ingrain that into center. And as you move forward through the rest of your day or evening, may you do so in wholeness. May you do so having shown up fully, right? What is a life fully lived? It is showing up, right? It is showing up for all the things. It's been my honor to lead you through practice today. Thank you for taking care of yourself by showing up and dedicating time to evolve, because you have. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. It means peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much. Please practice more with me and my other teachers at Buffalo and Sparrow. We do a teacher highlight once a month. That's in one of the playlists. If you just want other teachers and you're sick of me, go to teacher highlight playlist and you'll see other teachers. We're still building up that library. And we have a studio in Lakewood also with live online classes. So if you're not here and can't join us in person, you can join us for live Zoom classes online, but you can always join us here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Living fully, showing up.